Good. What up, YouTube? It's Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Forgive me as I straighten this camera out. Thank everybody for coming to the live for sure. Hope everybody have a wonderful day in general. You know, this is topics number 93, live conversations number 93. So I hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody have a wonderful day for sure. Y'all know my disclaimer. Not a pastor, I'm not a preacher. So don't lay those titles on me. I'm just a brother having a conversation. I'm just a brother. I'm just a normal brother having a conversation. For sure. And we're here to touch on this topic of abusive relationships or abusive marriages and whatnot. What's up, Kimberly? What up, Flemings? What's up at Underwood? We're here to touch on this topic. So it's been a day at work. Hope everybody doing well. Hope everybody, had a wonderful day at work today for sure. All right, what up, Stacey Williams? I came up with this topic. It was in my notes. So I decided to talk about, or rather, we could talk about this topic upon abusive relationships, abusive marriages, and whatnot. And abuse can also come in, friendships or whatever. Abusive is not only physical. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people out there, who are abused in a verbal and emotional manner. Sure. Kimberly Wright, you says I am angry and sad today. What's going on? What happened? Why is it that you're angry and sad today? At Kimberly Wright. What up, Aaron Sparrow? What up, Aaron Cole? What's up? Peace and blessings to you too. What are y'all sad for? What is the reason why y'all are sad? Is it because y'all went through it before? Is this a touchy topic that you two have went through abusive relationships or marriages before? I'm pretty sure those who's logging on or who are going to log on have been through a situation like this before. So this is what the live conversation is about. For people to talk about it and share their experiences and hopefully encourage other people if they are going through that, to really step away from that, because abuse, whether it's physical, verbal, or emotionally, is not, love, or neither is it building love, for sure. Okay, Naomi Hope says, me too. All right, I read that. The Truth of the Gospel, what's up? Good day to you too. Kimberly Wright says, I have been abused for 15 years. Wow, 15 years. Wow, are you talking about in a physical sense, emotional sense, or mental? What type of abuse have you endured at Kimberly Wright? Delroy Clark, he says, blessings to you, my brother. Good topic for sure. Blessings back unto you. You know what I mean? And women, oh, you say emotional. Well, women aren't the only ones who get abused. Guys can also get abused too, mainly emotionally and mentally, based upon a downplaying of, the woman in general. Naomi Hope says, I'll be okay. Dolores Nixon says, good evening, Tony, and everyone, for sure. So, yeah, a person can definitely abuse you emotionally and mentally. It was a situation with me some years back, but I'm a strong brother. A lot of that stuff don't bother me. Whether a person is trying to downplay you, to try to bring you down in general, it's because they probably missing something or something void within them, or they are down themselves, or they're just trying to put you beneath them, but some people still stick around, because they quote unquote say, I love him, I love her, or whatever. But if that stuff is going to be toxic to your mind, toxic to your heart. Now, if you're married, that's a different story. That's a different story. You know what I'm saying? That's a different story right there. Because although some people could camouflage abuse, once them I do's come about, and then the real person just come out, about them for sure. Kimberly Wright says my husband is an addict or was. What up, Emmanuel Henry? You says good evening, and this is off topic. You says, is it a sin to watch movies? Depends what you're watching. Depends what you're watching. If you are watching something like, it's this movie out there, good movie called Fireproof or something like that. Good movie, no cursing, no sex, no nothing, no none of that in it. A very good movie. But if you going to watch something with, like, a lot of cursing, a lot of violence, or demonic movies and stuff like that, nah, man, nah, that ain't fit for the spirit, man, at all, at all. You know what I mean? Because you gotta be careful what you watch. You know what I'm saying? It definitely could affect your subconscious of your mind, the subconscious of your heart. You know what I mean? You mess around and watch one of those movies, and then later on, you're going to sleep and you're having one of those dreams. You know what I'm saying? You might have a nightmare. You might wake up and it's an ocean. You understand that? So you got to definitely be careful what you watch, and listen to, and also people you hang around. You know what I mean? Kimberly Wright says, I stayed with my husband and put up with his drug addiction. He went away to rehab for 2 years. I waited for him. Now he's better and wants a divorce. So you're stating that your husband is on point right now and he wants a divorce. Wow. Wow. Fleming says that going through purposeful humiliation, unreasonable jealousy, or controlling behaviors are red flags. You are in an abusive relationship. Well, what do you say to Fleming's? Whereas though, I think I just mentioned it. Some people cover it up until they get married, and then it comes out. And then it comes out. The real person come out. A person can hide that they can be an abusive person in general, but once you marry them, that's it. The real them come out. What up, Valerie Stewart? What up, Tasha? What up? What up? What up? Zena Morris, what's up? He says, I watch Pure Flex, great for families. Well, I never heard of Pure Flex. It could. Well, I'm gonna look into that for sure. All right. Aaron Sparrow, he says that's right. The monster comes out, and that happen. That can happen in a lot of situations. You know, Listen, if you have in mind to get married, as PJ teaches us, I believe Evangelist Taj taught this too. You know, he said get a background check on somebody. Oh man, Evangelist Taj said that. He said get a background check on people. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. Do a background check, do a sex offenders check, do all this check. Check with their families. In fact, go back and check in with people they have dealt with in the past. You know, you can definitely get some good references. It can help for for sure. You know what I mean? Quantum B says verbally and emotionally uh, married for 15 years, separated 4 years, and it's very hard because I love my husband, but he doesn't want to be with me anymore. Wow, that's some deep stuff right there for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Uh, wow. Wobble Ramsey says that is so true, for sure. Aaron Sparrow, you're laughing. He said background check. Oh man, my brother Evangelist Taj, he had a point right there. Ever since Evangelist Taj said that, man, that really stuck with me for sure, for sure. Naomi Hope says straight up, I don't play with violence around my kids, and that's on. What up, Anthony Brody? What up, Anthony Brody, for sure. So yeah, you going through physical abuse, like physical abuse. Listen, I don't condone it. If you're married and you have a spouse that's abusing you, listen, it's justified to separate for sure. And I get questions in my inbox, questions on Facebook, questions in the comments. I can't help you. I'm not a preacher, man. I'm not the love doctor. I'm not the marriage counselor. No. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'm going to direct you to a video where as though a marriage is a marriage counselor that could really break it down for sure. And that's Gino. You know what I mean? Aaron Cole says, I heard that abusive people have demons working with them. Yeah, I can agree to that one for sure. Kimberly Wright, who says, I will not stay with someone who hit me. Absolutely. I definitely would suggest that. So, Kimberly Wright, let's say if a spouse hits another spouse, and then that spouse that hit the person apologize. It really is trying to change themselves. They really want to change themselves. They really had made a mistake. What would you say about that at Kimberly Wright? Do the spouse that was hit, of course they gotta forgive, but do that spouse stay with them, give them another chance? You know what I mean? To not separate and things like that. All right. What up, Princess? WMH. Fleming says, there's not enough courtship. Folks get married too quickly to people without seriously getting to know them. I agree. I agree. It's like puppy love. They see somebody, they think they falling in love and all this other stuff. Then later on down the road, they understand that this person is not compatible with them. Now you're stuck. You know what I'm saying? Now you're stuck. Now you're stuck. Now once you get the knowledge and truth, you're like, wow, I shouldn't have done that. And a lot of us are going through that right now. Like we found the truth. Like, wow, man, we wish we never. We glad we came upon it, but the stuff that's in there is just like, woo, you know. Fleming says folks confuse dating and courting. So, friends, what is your definition of courting and dating? Naomi Hope says a beast came out of me when my children's father tried to be violent. I I ended that situation ASAP, quick. Wow. Kimberly Wright says I will forgive him after I hit him back. Hey, at least you're being honest for sure. That's what's up. At least you're honest. At least you're honest. You know. S. Elliott, he says greetings, Tony, and everyone tuning in from Michigan. What up, Michigan? Jared Sims says, all right, what up, Jared? What up, Jared? Delroy Clark says, Tony, don't know why some church people help to destroy some people's marriage, especially if they have a great future ahead. Just saying. So, what you're saying at Delroy Clark is you're stating that you do not know why some church people help to destroy some people's marriage, especially if they have a great future ahead. Just saying. What are you talking about? What specifics and elaborate more on what you're trying to say? In reference to that you stated that some church people help destroy some people's marriage. What up? What is that, Penelope? What up? What up? What up? Aaron Sparrow says, I need to build a time machine. Marriages are tougher than you think. Wow. Princess WMH says, if he wakes up after hitting me, he probably wouldn't do it again. Can't let these men think you're scared. They will use it against you and it will happen again. Fleming says courting is a deeper relationship. Dating has no strings attached, no emotional anything. Okay. What up, Carvin 7 channel? He says, what's your take on UFOs? Good question. Well, I had that in my topic. I had it in my topics, UFOs that I wanted to discuss also one day in reference to UFOs, man. So we definitely going to touch on that. But the thing about UFOs, when I was young, I believed it, when I was young, for sure. They used to have these little documentaries and Something like the Blair Witch Project. I used to always believe stuff like that as a kid. But my take on UFOs is demonic, you know, demonic. That's it right there, you know. I'd say that's just another format of, demonicness for sure. Or some people say the government has something to do with that stuff, But either way, it's still it's still hellish for sure. You know what I mean? Kimberly Rice says my daughters are so angry about the way their father is treating me. They said the men are so special because men can just leave. I feel so bad. I can't show them a perfect union. Listen, you said men are so special because they can just leave. Um, hmm, that's a good statement right there. That's a good statement. Well, according to the courts, as far as like going through that stuff, the woman has, I'm trying to see the word. Um, what is that word? I forgot the word. Help me out here. Somebody help me out. When the parent has more sole custody over the kids, so the woman, it's like the woman automatically gets that, what I mean, right off the jump. So a woman can up and leave, but she probably most likely will get in trouble, because she has like more uh, custody of those kids and whatnot. They're in her care even more, versus the man, you know. So the man, although it's sad, yes, we can just up and leave, but at the end of the day, that don't make us less of a father, you know. I'm not saying that's the case, but yes, a man can up and leave. He can, because that's his decision. Is it messed up? Yes, it's messed up. Does that make him less of a father? No, it don't. You know what I mean? Sometimes he just want to get away from the marriage or the relationship. Not saying that that's right, but some women out there think that just because the man ups and leave or just want to get away, that he's abandoning his family. No, he's not. He's just leaving that woman because he don't want to deal with her relationship or marriage wise, but he's not, downgrading himself as a father. I mean, it's a tough situation and it happens. It absolutely happens. Is it right? Um, no. It's messed up, because yes, you do want to see like a husband and wife, a father and mother do work it out, but in a lot of situations that a man, they can't deal with it. They can't deal with the woman no more. I mean, it could be something a little bit more deeper. Only that man, only that husband knows his wife. Only they know what situation they got. And in some cases, women may get up and leave. They may leave, take the kids and leave. I mean, that don't make her less of a mother. She's just trying to get away from that relationship or marriage. It's messed up. Because some people do that, but that's their decision. That's their decision. You know, all right. Forgive me. Okay, Naomi Hope says, if you love someone, you walk away and breathe. Be a grown up having a temper tantrum. For kids, you better tighten. You better tighten you because I will be in jail. I'm too good of a woman person. If you love someone, be a grown up having a temper tantrum. For kids, I'm trying to understand what you're trying to say at Naomi Hope. Zena Morris says, I was young and dumb, got married at 19, and was in an abusive marriage for 5 years. I would be dead if I stayed. I'm divorced and going to be obedient to the word of God and remain single. Okay, understandable at Zena Morris. Ernest Beard, what up? He says, I am single, thank God. Ah, man, that's funny. That's funny. What up? Call me blessed. Much love to you too. All right, all right. That was funny right there. Custodial. Custodial. There you go. Custodial. Right about that. You know, absolutely right. So let's just say if a man want, custodial of those kids, that's gonna be a tough thing to do in the courtroom. For sure. That's gonna be tough. Either that woman gotta be like on drugs, she ain't doing right, she just doing terribly bad. But if that woman is on point, it's gonna be real, real tough, for a man to get, custodial of those kids for sure. That right there, that's what I was talking about. That word, right? Fleming says, "Earnings according to the scripture is not good." Hold on. Let me rewind that. hold on. Let me rewind that. Flemings, you says, Ernest. I guess you're talking to the brother who stated that he was single. Thank God. He says, according to the scripture, it's not good for a man to be alone, but it's fine to be single. Get to know you. Absolutely. Cool. Okay. I thought you said something else. Drella, what up, Drella? Clark, you says I was married in church and it happened to me and messed up my life. And it's not just me, it's happening to a lot of other people I know, just saying. What up, Gin Juice? What up? What's up? Jamil says, when you stand for God, you will be under constant attack. What up, what is that? Mike Quill Blanchard. What up, Light Slim? What up? S. Elliott says, I have always taken marriage very seriously. Even when I was in the world, I never wanted, what is that word? I never wanted to be married to the wrong person and ended up stuck. Wow. I am definitely waiting on God for a good husband. Okay. Definitely understandable. Definitely understandable. For sure. Kimberly Wright says he bought me divorce papers. Wow, that's crazy. Wow. Wow, that's deep right there. Wow. Call Me Blessed says, marry wrong, you marry long. Oh, man. Jinju says, marriage is just not for me. I love my space and privacy. Too much headache and heartache. I reckon marriage is for simps. Facts. What is simps? What is that? Jinju, what is a simp? What is it? All right. What up, Sion? What up? Sion in the building. Aaron Cole says being single can be lonely sometimes, but it is well worth it, All right. What up, Nixon? Princess, you said single be okay until you Oh man, you funny. I already know what you're trying to say. For sure. I already know what you're trying to say at Princess WMH. You know what I mean? All right. Okay. Maria Nixon says there is nothing good in staying in an abusive relationship because someone could get killed. True. Very true. Very true. It's better to leave it and focus on the children if they are involved. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Okay. He said need some affection. Oh man, what is a simp? What is that? Kimberly Wright. You said he abandoned us for 6 months at a time in the streets getting high. He told me he was saved after marriage. He said he did not get saved. He said what I wanted to hear. Wow. You hear that? Wow. That's some deep stuff right there for sure. Absolutely. All right. Jamil says no such thing as divorce in this gospel. For sure. All right. Veronica, you says evenings, blessings to everyone. Okay. Princess WMH says just have to be patient and wait for the right person. For sure. Mr. Ham says, what up? Nowadays, it seems like a lot of women are the aggressor. Since this feminist movement, one of my daughters, for example, what's the aggressor with her? Baby father. Wow. All right. Penelope says, no, you didn't say the Blair Witch Project. Laughing out loud. I believe that too at the time. However, at 53, I've gotten over myself. Now I know. For sure. All right. Okay, Mr. Ham, got it. What up, Global Network? Jinju says a simp is when a male is overly submissive to a female and gains nothing from it. So, Mr. Juice, you're stating that marriage is for simps, like a man who's overly submissive to a female and gains nothing. Well, I will say this at Gen Juice. Um, I agree with you halfway because there are a lot of women out here who are aggressors, and these weak men fall for that. You have a point. I've seen it. I've absolutely seen it. And from the past, when I'm speaking for myself, when you're scanning people out, and it's like, what's going on? I remember at a younger age that a lot of women, they wasn't aggressors at all, at all. But in these days now, you see a lot of them are aggressors, and you got these weak men falling for that stuff. you know. So I halfway agree with you for sure. When that is the case, upon the woman who is an aggressor, some women don't know how to take that back burner to to be the help me. We read in First Corinthians chapter 11, where it states that the man is the head of the woman, for sure. And a lot of women don't want to take that back road and just they want leadership. They want to wear the pants and things. They want to say so about this. They want to say so about that. They want to do all the things that the man supposed to be in leadership. And then when that man wants to be a leader, it's a clash of heads because you got two people who want to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? And some women don't know how to, or they've been so independent, for a long time, and they don't know how to take that back road. They don't know how to be, that help me. They don't know, So that's where a lot of issues come from, or it's just a lot of weak men out there, you know. Um, and it's crazy out here, man. Too. You see it all the time. You see it all the time, man. And uh, these weak men, they fall for the power of the woman's wound. Is this it's serious, man. It's definitely serious, for sure. That's another topic, for sure, for mature audience, because when I want to talk about stuff like that, I want to make sure that people's ears and their minds is in the right place instead of being in the wrong place when you're talking about something like that, for sure. But we will definitely see upon that topic for sure. All right, call me blessed. She says, if divorce is intimate, then you can do what's best. The problem is so many people believe that it's okay to remarry, and thus is the problem. You must remain married, not to mention you can't be intimate. Okay, all right. Naomi Hope says, see, I've always been a fighter in heart, but I'm a wonderful lover, humble, soft, and meek to my man. But if he done lost his mind and come at me violently, I'm gonna give Buddy the business for sure. Aaron Cole says feminist masculine energy. You're right. You're right at Aaron Cole, and I'm seeing it more and more, more and more, more and more. A lot, a lot. This a woman could be pretty as ever, but her energy could be masculine. It definitely, and I'm seeing it more and more, more and more, for sure. And I have nothing against women at all, but it's just they want to take the role of a man. You know, they want to be a woman, but they want to take the role of a man. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I really don't understand for sure. You know, all right. um, Sion says because they watch their father being weak in the home. For sure, that could be true. That could be true. But me, I grew up without a father. Not too much. I grew up without a father, so I'm just thankfully that the Lord has brought me up to be a very firm guy. And I'm saying I can't deal with that masculine energy from a female at all. And I'm not about abusing power as far as like leadership, but that's the job of a man, to be the leader, and to really let the woman know, listen, I'm the leader. I'm going to guide you in the right direction for sure. As far as like getting right with the word of God in general, I got my struggles for sure. Just know that. I'm not perfect at all. I don't portray this wonderful, perfect type of brother on YouTube. I keep it real for sure. I got problems just like everybody else. I struggle. I got my own struggles just like everybody else for sure. But we're going to work it out as a team effort, whenever that type of woman comes around. In general, if you are have an interest in somebody for sure in general. All right. Jamel says some of them consider themselves a man. Oh man, you're right. You're right. Penelope says legally in the law, and I have evidence to support it. That's not true. Again, this is where we all put our cards on the table in advance for sure. All right. Community rights says women have been forced to be the head of the household. Well, you says women have been forced to be the head of the household. Give a scenario. Elaborate a little bit more. All right. Mr. Ham says, we got this heckler again, Naked HD. We got this heckler again who I blocked like 4 or 5 times yesterday. I don't get these people, man. I mean, they come on the YouTube and they make a retarded name like Naked HD. You know what I'm saying? What is up with these people, man? You know what I mean? With these wicked minds, for sure. You know what I mean? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. So somebody said that was prodigal son. Sad, man. it's sad for sure. It's crazy. What up, Hester? Mr. Ham says, I have to say this, I'm not for violence on women. On the other hand, they should learn how to talk instead of hitting like Bible, you reap what you sow. I agree. Some women could be provocative. And that's not justifying that a man should hit on a woman at all. But if it's a life or death situation, then hey, brother, you got to do what you got to do to handle yourself. Look what happened to I believe it was one of the football players, well, 2 of them, who a woman killed them. Who was the football player? I believe it was Steve McNair. He was killed by a woman. I think was his girlfriend or something like that. I believe she shot him or something like that. And there was another football player. I believe he played for the Bengals. A woman killed him. I believe he was hanging off the vehicle or something like that. And he fell off. And he died. So there are abusive women out there, who can be very provoking and who hits the man, and the man probably she won't take it that far. But let me tell you something. In fighting, is protect yourself at all times. I don't care what situation it is. If it's a life or death situation, I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to defend myself. But first and foremost, I need some type of proof that, this person has started with me. We don't condone violence. We don't glorify violence, but I do condone protecting yourself, as far as like subduing a person, not killing them or hurting them bad. But, in these days, people are out to kill you, just straight up. Men do it and women do it, and there's a lot of cases just as much with with women killing men. You know what I'm saying? With women abusing men also. That probably is not talked about as much, but it happens for sure. You know what I mean? It definitely happens. Especially with these athletes. Especially with these athletes out here, these crazy behind women out here, man. Knocking off these athletes. For sure, man. It's unbelievable. You know what I mean? All right. Maria Nixon says, man has place and woman has her place. The two should harmonize as one. I agree. Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. And there's very few people out here that can do that. Sion, you says more educated black women and more educated black women and women in general making more money. So of course she's going to try to run him. Yeah. You know what, Sion? I agree with that. I do agree. I do agree with that. A lot of women out here who was uh I'd say a lot who think they make more money, they think they can run the house. No. No. I think we had this conversation in general, whereas though I gave a scenario with Oprah and Stedman. Oprah's a billionaire. You know, that's just Oprah. She's a billionaire. I mean, Stedman can't catch up to that. Not at all. You know, and if it's a situation like that, if it's a woman out there who owns a business, a money booming business, and she happens to walk into McDonald's and she lock eyes with somebody who works there, and he finds interest in her, you know, and they get married. She got to take that back burner as being to help me. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Listen, money shouldn't run. The amount of money shouldn't run the household if a woman is making, tons of money at all, and vice versa. We definitely gotta follow biblical principles in general in reference to that. You know what I'm saying? So you're absolutely right at Sion. That was a good point. Jinju says Satan tried it the other day, sending a female friend who was kicked out by her family and needed to crash on my couch. And I said, no, this is not an ugly woman, by the way. The devil be trying me. I think Jen and Juice, I think you mentioned that the other day too, which is crazy. Don't do it. Don't do it at all. It can be tempting, but don't do it at all, man, for sure. You know what I mean? I know we all have our struggles for sure. You know what I'm saying? We all do. Let's get that clear. We all do. You know what I mean? Especially me. I got my struggles for sure. You know what I mean? Call Me Blessed says a woman should submit to a man that submits to Christ. I agree. Aaron Cole says dealt with female masculine energy for 3 years. Never again. Thank God we did not get married. Oh man. Listen, if a woman gives off vibes like that, like in the beginning, if it's just a conversation in the beginning, and they give off vibes like that, masculine energy, that's it. No, at all. You know what I'm saying? That and cigarette smoking, cut off. Jen Juice says, "Hey Tony, the devil is in the chat." I did. This person going to make another YouTube channel, probably. I done blocked him 4 or 5 times yesterday. All right. Naked HD is one of the Satans and trolls. Now ban him like Satan. Oh man, Fleming says too many men fall for curves and not the character. He that finds a wife, look at her conduct. Is she self-driven? Is she putting you on the wrong path? Is she quiet or loud? Does she serve others? Good point right there. You said too many men fall for curves. Too many men fall for the woman with the nice, backside, nice front side, nice skin, beautiful eyes and things like that. They mesmerized by that. They get a good looking woman on the outside, but inside it's just rotten and ruined. It's just poison. You know what I'm saying? It's just not it at all. So you got to definitely be careful about that. I'm not saying all beautiful women have poison insides for sure, not at all. He says her conduct, absolutely, her conduct. Look at these Instagram models, showing everything to everybody, and that's a terrible conduct, and they're beautiful woman, but when you see that, you be like, they really not beautiful because they don't even have respect for themselves at the end of the day, when they putting out these half naked pictures to the world. That's crazy. They ain't showing respect to themselves, nor would they show respect unto that man who is dealing with them, by doing that. And you said is she is self-driven, all right? Call Me Blessed says head of the house simply means that there is no husband or man in the house. Therefore, a woman is the head of the house. Well, I guess the person was talking about when the man is involved. I guess that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. See the comment. Aaron Sparrow said, "That's right, T. I was around Steve McNair several times." Wow, you was around McNair. Whew. Wow, and watching that documentary on him with that woman, I believe he met her at a restaurant. I mean, she was from like another country or something like that. She was like an immigrant or something, and then he met her at a restaurant. I believe either she worked there for a while or he frequently came to that restaurant. And Mr. Steve McNair was interested in her. I believe he was also married or dealing with somebody at the time. Also, wow, that's just crazy, man. Appreciate that at John Walters. Appreciate that. Jacqueline, you says married on your taxes, you can't file head of the house. You have to file married. Just the vessel. What's up? You said separate. A man that claims to have the Holy Ghost and is verbally and physically abused leave. They are Kara and never were fully converted. Wow. Wow. Sure. What up, Latanya Williams? Appreciate that. You know, I'm good. I'm good. Just relaxing and all that. Flemings, you said just look at woman's reputation, what she put on social media. Is she a hard worker or hardly working? You men pay attention the signs out there. Absolutely. That's a good point right there. What is that woman putting on social media? You know, is she putting out nonsense? Is she putting out half naked photos? You know, is she putting out negative stuff? How can she respect you? You might be interested in her because she might be a beautiful woman. Let's just keep it real, you know, or vice versa for a woman who, and a man by biblical principles, you know, the man's supposed to find a woman, but you know, sometimes a woman may spark an interest in a man. She ain't gonna say nothing, you know. She's gonna do little things to try to get that man to come say something to her, you know, to play on a safe zone. But just like vice versa, you know, you gotta respect yourself, man. Especially on social media. The woman got her cleavage out, you know. She showing her birth canal, you know, almost and things like that on social media. No way. She ain't respecting herself if she's showing it off to the world at all. You know what I'm saying? Latanya Williams says, "Why Oprah have not married that man yet?" Listen, I thought they was married. Excuse me if I didn't know Stedman and Oprah wasn't married. Wow, I didn't know that. I thought they was married. As many times as people talked about Oprah and Stedman, I really thought they was married. I did. Now that you're telling me that they ain't married, wow. Princess says Oprah want Gail. Oh man, when you spoke upon Gail, I just thought about that R. Kelly interview thing. That was funny. Um, that was funny. Genju says, "Hey, do you remember when Pastor Gino was telling the story about the huge man at the gas station who tried to stab him with a hunter's knife? Pastor dropped him with the quickness." Yes, I do remember that. I do remember that story. You know, basically, I think he was, you know, going for gas after the service, and then a man was following Gino. You know what I'm saying? And he kept following him to the gas station. Listen, they don't know that Gino was a fighter, man. He's a boxer. He done mixed martial arts and all that other stuff. You know, coming up, and he's real nice with it. You know, and these people, no disrespect to civilians out there, no disrespect to civilians, but you know, a fighter's punch is very different than a normal civilian. A fighter move very different than a normal civilian, man. You know what I'm saying? And these people thinking they, just because he's a pastor, that you know, he, you know, he can't do nothing. You know, you gotta understand, you're not dealing with T.D. Jakes, you ain't dealing with Joel Osteen. This is, he said, you know, he had to choose between being Pastor Gino and Nick. And Nick is from Hunters Park, who used to get it in, you know, and he had to defend himself, man. Just simple as that. And he made a good point. What happened if he had his family with him? You know, what happened? That's a crazy situation, you know. And according what he has stated, that he has, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe he had 4 sons and 3 daughters, you know, and you know, I got daughters myself. So just like, going somewhere and somebody trying to attack you just based upon what you're putting out over the radio, over YouTube, over TV, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And somebody could try to attack you. They could see you in the chat room, or they could see you in the comment section. You know what I mean? For the Truth of God, they could look at your Facebook page and know you for the Truth of God. And they plotting on you. They watching you. Okay, this is where this person's from. You know what I mean? Okay, all right. I see they work at this place or they visit this place frequently. Don't put your locations on Facebook. Don't tell people where you at. If you're on vacation, listen, put it up later. You know what I'm saying? But when you go to these supermarkets and whatnot, you know what I mean? Well, for me, it's like, why are these people looking at me strange, man? Why are these people looking at me strange? You know what I mean? So it's crazy. So, but in general, man, like, listen, man, we don't want things to happen like that. As far as like, we got to get down with the get down. You know what I mean? But hey, listen, man, Lord forgive me, for real. If that something like that happens, man, for sure, Lord forgive me, for sure, because I'm getting down with the get down, for sure. It is, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Listen, we ain't no pushovers over here. And that's where a lot of people get it confused. See, they could make all these videos on here on YouTube and whatnot. They can say whatever they want to say. But the moment you cross that line, man, that's it. You know what I'm saying? We hope that don't happen, but that's it. You know what I mean? That's it. We got to defend ourselves to the point of subduing you, not to the point of, almost taking your life or whatever, but, just to try to subdue you in general. So I do respect the man who protects himself from that. If you at a gas station, somebody trying to stab you, what you going to those over righteous Christians out there? What they gonna do? They gonna quote scripture? You gonna stand there while a grown man is trying to cut you up with a hunter's knife? I had some people say they would just sit there and don't do nothing. It's crazy how a lot of over righteous Christians think. All right. Nixon says beauty is virtuous. Beauty is a virtuous woman, not outside but inside. Bonus for outside and inside. For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. It's all right at name, we hope. All right. Okay. Jinju says I didn't do nothing. Actually slammed the door and said, sorry, buddy, trial a large, harsh, but you funny. What up, MP? What up, Flo? You said God can bless you with looks and a meek and humble spirit. It's not nice to look down on people for their looks. You're right. And it's not nice to look down on people for their looks. I'm gonna throw a curveball. Would you say that some people are not desirable, appearance wise? That question is the flow in general. Would you say some people are just not desirable? Let's just keep it real. We got to keep it real with ourselves. You know what I mean? Everybody's what a woman may be desired in my eyes, but in the next man's eyes, she may not be desirable, and vice versa with the woman. You know what I'm saying? A woman could be desired in guy A, but you know what I mean, and another woman may not desire him. You know what I'm saying? Looks wise, it's just a part of human nature. You know what I mean? That's just it. That's just how real it is. Although it's not about looks at all, it ain't. But we human. We human at the end of the day. You could been baptized and you could be all churched out, but at the end of the day, you like what you like. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. You know what I mean? For sure. And even PJ said that when he first saw his wife, he knew. You know what I'm saying? He knew. Just look it up. Look up that sermon, Pastor Geno Jennings, Holy Ghost. He was explaining the beginning stages on how he met his wife and stuff like that. You will definitely hear that part. All right. Call me blessed. You talking about something else? Talking about taxes. What up, Lady Speed? What up? What is that? Doy D-Don. You says, Mr. Tony, please do you know where I can buy Pastor Geno Bible? Well, it's the Holy Scriptures. The Holy Scriptures, truthofgod.com. I don't know if they sold out, but They was on sale recently, for sure. All right, go check it out. Go check it out for sure. All right. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. Appreciate that, name. We hope. Stacy Williams, what's up? What up? What up? What up? Call me Bless says yes. People tell everything on the media. For sure. Fleming says, Fleming, you said if you're saved according to Acts 2:38, you cannot find a godly wife in the world. Two cannot walk. Huh? Okay, okay. He says two cannot walk lest they agree. You cannot unequal yoke be yoked together with an unbeliever. Unbeliever. Light and darkness don't mix. What up, guy named Otis? What up, Vision Talking Shoot? Um, the Grove says keep up the good work. Appreciate that. What is that? Tasha says my father married my mother for a green card and they are divorced. A lot of adulterous activities between my parents. All right. Vision Talking Shoot said too much emphasis on women's looks. They are spoiled. Appreciate that at Princess. Call Me Bless says it is a nice, but the whole world is based on money and looks. Lust, facts is sad. Jinju says, Lord, forgive me because I'm always packing just in case a fool wants to get stupid and threaten my life. Even Simon Peter had a sword and his thing too. Just saying. Well, everybody ain't there. You know what I mean? As far as like carrying firearms, as you said at Gen Juice, everybody ain't always there. So, the world we living in is crazy, man. So I do understand in reference to firearms, all right. Raz Billing says, how could I join his teachings from the Bible on university? What are you talking about? He says, how could I join his teachings from the Bible on university? What are you talking? What is university? What are you talking about at Raz Bentley? I don't understand that. All right. Appreciate that at name. We hope. Kev Game Highlight says, I've been looking. They sold that. Wow. They was just put up recently, a couple of days ago. Them Holy Scriptures was just put up a couple of days ago. And, I told y'all, they sell out so fast, so quick. They sell out quick. You know what I mean? Guy named Otis says, it is in our nature to be attracted to a woman, even though being baptized in the name of Jesus Christ. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tasha says, before 1960s, families were functional, but nowadays, a lot of families are dysfunctional. You're right. You're right. Ginger says, Shady Tony, was that a read? Tony be reading people tonight. You funny. You funny, for sure. Samuel Sosa, what up? Nope, I'm not an elder. No way. Don't put that on me. Oh, no. Like Brother Dan says, oh, no. Just a brother. Don't put that on me. Don't put Elder Tony. Don't put none of that on me. For sure. Latanya Williams says, you're right. Right. Okay. Flo says, I feel that's a touchy subject. No comment. Okay. Got you. Tasha says, people really need to bring God in their lives for real. Sandra Moore says, good evening. Hope everyone is doing great. God bless. All right. Flo says, obviously, some people are more attractive than others, but judging people on their appearance is not right, period. Whether they are conventionally attractive or conventionally unattractive. Right. I agree. Flo. What is that? What is that? Celibate says a lot of people in a relationship have arrested development and men have no respect for women. Okay. What up? Name and Hope says how the kids good. They with their great grandmother. All right. Okay. Crystal Fuller, what up? Greetings. Said greetings, brother Tony, and TOG family. I've never married and never What is that? Never been abused in any relationship. God first. He say, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things shall be added unto you, for sure. Clark says, Tony, what? Okay. Clark says, Tony, should married female or male get plastic surgery to do over their body? You said their body? Well, the only way I would say, plastic surgery is justified is if it's like a medical condition that needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? That needs to be done in order to correct your health. But if you doing that to try to like look better, like somebody had a post of Little Kim. Little Kim used to be beautiful. She used to be beautiful, but she got all these surgeries and I don't know all this nonsense done, and she just looked terrible. Look at Michael Jackson. All these surgeries just look terrible, man. For what reason you want a Peter Pan nose? Like unbelievable. Some people want to look like cats. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to look like vampires and dogs and whatnot, or they don't want to put the effort in to work out. They don't want to work out. They don't want to eat right. They want to do things the easy way. But if it's like a medical condition, like I watched this show called My 600 Pound Story, or my 600 pound life with that doctor. If those people are in a medical condition that their life is on the line, that they have to get that stuff done. And the majority of the time they have to get that done. If they are that large, right? Okay. Name of Hope says, how long has it been since you had a fight? Are you talking about a street fight? That's what you're talking about? Because to me, a street fight is easy. The hard part is fighting somebody that know how to fight. And that was in a ring or grappling or something. You know what I mean? That's the hard part. But street fights are easy because people really don't know what they're doing. After like 5 to 10 seconds, they tired. But personally, I don't remember the last long time ago. Ever since I got into fighting and boxing, in MMA and stuff like that, I haven't had an issue. Because at the end of the day that they teach us to diffuse the situation with words. You know, when you become a fighter, you know what you can do. You can probably kill somebody, with the ability you have. Like that's why I say something about civilians because, when you train, you're strengthening your bones, you're strengthening your muscles. Some fighters, what they do is they may break their knuckles. You see my knuckles right here. You see these two bones right here. Some people may break their elbows, break their legs. They may do it on purpose because when you have a broken bone, I believe it's called like I think it's calcium or something like that that grows over the broken area, which makes it harder. Which can make your elbows harder, your shins harder, your knuckles harder. Everything, as far as like if you're training in the type of sense of breaking your bones on purpose. Some fighters do that. For example, Muay Thai fighters, with the kicking. You've seen the movie. If you've seen the movie, I believe it's with John Claude. I believe it's called like Kickbox or something, where though the Thailand fighter was kicking the tree. They actually do that to break the bones and the shins for that calcium to grow over that, so it could be extra harder. So meanwhile, a normal civilian whose bones is soft, you know, if you happen to be kicked or punched in the face, your bones are soft if you're not training, if you're not doing none of that. If you're not getting immune to hits and things like that, your bones are very soft. If you get hit by a fighter, then that's probably it for you. I'm not trying to scare nobody, but if we train, you also train just to walk away. Also, we don't go into fighting to go out there and pick on people who don't know how to fight. At all. It's a form of discipline. It's a form of you know, you want to diffuse a situation, you know, the best way you can with words, first of all, you know. All right. Let me see. Miss anybody? Gentle says, Tony, you introduced me to True God, so please pat yourself on the back. I was heading down the road. Take the compliment. Well, thanks be to God for that at Gen Juice. God gets all the credit, you know. When people come to me and say I introduced them, God gets all the credit for that for sure, for everything. All right. Everything. Everything. All right. Appreciate that, name. We hope. Appreciate that. All right. The hour is up. Um Kimberly Wright. Kimberly Wright, I'm trying to find your answers. I'm trying to find it for sure. Could you copy and paste that right now, Kimberly Wright? Or what? I don't know. I just keep hearing stuff for some reason. I'm hearing things. I don't know. Keep hearing something, man. All right. Okay. It's an hour. It's an hour mark. So please, if you have any final remarks or final comments or whatever, I'm about to conclude this live. Okay. Sullivan says, is it a sin to have a second husband after abusive marriage? Well, type in Geno Jennings remarriage. Type in Geno Jennings remarriage if you want to hear more in depth about a second husband after an abusive relationship. Type that in. You know, Gen Juice, you funny. Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies, Kickboxer or Lionheart. Woo. What they know about Lionheart? Mm, you know, Lady Speed says, I like to suggest women in particular themselves with self defense. He said, arm themselves. Um, he said, I thought you were talking of an abusive situation. What is that in reference to, Kimberly? Right? What is that? What is that in reference to? Before I go, all right? Because I was like kind of responding to some people's comments, you know. All right. Okay. All right. I'm about to sign off. I hope everybody have a wonderful day. Have everybody have a wonderful night. You know. Do remember truthofgod.com, truthofgod.com. If you are looking for those holy scriptures, you know, just keep trying every day for them. You know. All right. All right. I'm out. An hour has passed. Peace.